It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers' towering wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Panthers and the Bears, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sucked him last week resolves itself this time around.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Fields. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Fields now to throw. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
They run. Montgomery. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Fields on the slant. Burks. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got an open man, finding Jefferson.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
To throw is Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Taking it about the 1.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Corral sets up play action.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner,
touchdown Panthers. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers have moved out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Fields throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
2nd and 10, Fields again.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Bryan Edwards, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Christian McCaffrey, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. The Vikes seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Corral looking to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Play action, Corral.
And this one is incomplete.
You know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Corral. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. 4th down. Here's Corral.
He finds McCoy, and he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
He finds his man complete. It's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Corral going to sneak it.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down Panthers.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
On first down, Corral.
It's caught on the right side, Williams.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he taken across for a Panthers touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to... The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now it's Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Corral on 1st down.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Corral going to sneak it.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Matt Corral
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So now Fields and the Bears
down by 15. 1:54 on the clock. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fields now to throw.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now Corral.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Javonte Williams.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Panthers are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Fields on 1st down. That is complete downfield to Knox.
Touchdown, Chicago.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He finds his man, complete. That's McCoy. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Matt Corral with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Carolina, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.